Las Vegas. I'll be at Resorts World Theater March 21st and 22nd. My special drops March 18th. Let's get lucky.
And your graphic shirts that say, I'm in full ketosis. Like, what are you, a fucking jerk off? Who wears that, you asshole?
Are you ever shocked you didn't get AIDS?
No, not really, but...
I thought I was getting AIDS.
I had a girl tell me after we had sex that she had hepatitis C, and that's why she told me to do anal. And it was much to her surprise to find out that I think that's more dangerous.
Oh, yeah. Anal is... Wait, hold on.
Blood and poop? Where blood and poop lives?
Wait. When was the last time you went to the doctor?
A couple months.
Okay. I have always tested positive for one of the hepatitises.
Really?
Anyone else?
Nope.
All right, edit that out.
It's pretty serious.
No. There's always like a hepatitis like W or something.
Yeah.
Hang on. My sister tested positive for it too. Like, we've all tested positive. Have you ever tested positive for one of the hepatitis, Pete?
I've never tested for that.
Oh, hang on. I'll call my sister. Hey, Siri, call Connie Kreischer. But like, it's one of those things where like, it's not like a working hepatitis.
It doesn't do anything active. It just sits dormant in you.
Well, my sister, I guarantee you she's tested for it too.
And you can give other people it?
No.
Hello?
Hey, do you remember that getting tested positive for one of the hepatitises?
Yeah.
All right, which hepatitis was that?
I think B.
Hepatitis B.
You're live, by the way.
Oh, yeah, we're on the podcast. I'm sorry.
Well, also, I mean, I don't know how locked in it was, but it was one of them. Yeah, remember? And I was like, oh my God, was I drinking like puddles?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's basically, it's just attacks the liver. It's fine. All right.
Yeah, don't worry.
It's B?
All right, love you. Bye. My liver enzymes are good.
So you're fine.
I think it's got to be... Wait, is that what hepatitis B is?
Yes.
Me and my sister both have it.
Really? That's
so.
The one I think you can get if, like, because people make you a burger after they took a dump.
Oh, I think it's just like a stomach thing.
Yeah.
Someone Google this. I don't. You know what? Leave it in. Oh no, we also shared needles, syringes, and injected in a common. Did you have it?
I think I might have when I was
Yes. A lot of people have hepatitis B. Yeah, but it's not like doesn't kill you.
Couldn't it?
No. I mean, here's the deal, Jay. Do you worry about what's going to kill you?
No.
Right?
I mean, yes, I guess so. But I don't stop doing those things.
How much do you change your lifestyle about worried about what's going to kill you? So I think about what's going to kill me every morning when I wake up.
But don't you have I have like a damage is done mentality?
A little bit.
Yeah. I'd be blown away if I lived to 65.
Oh, come on.
I'd be blown away.
Buddy, you're going to live
Thrilled.
past. You know, guys like me and you last forever. Ari's going to die young.
Something terrible.
Oh, and it's going to be horrible.
Wingsuiting.
And you know what's so sad about Ari dying is he doesn't get to pick to tell people if he's going to die because he already has to not tell people he's going to die.
Yeah.
Like if he goes, guys, I have cancer, everyone's going to be like, wrong move, Ari. You should have not told anyone. Gone out like a gangster.
Everyone's going to go at it completely.
Oh.
Could you? That's a good question to ask. 'Cause I remember they always say, even though people were watching him deteriorate, the Bill Hicks thing.
Yeah.
He never told anybody. They just thought he was just turning skinny. But do you, would you tell?
Hold on.
Isn't that a great question? Because I've thought about it myself. Would you tell? I don't know.
You know me pretty well.
I think
You don't think I would have a setup tour with a merch drop on the day I died?
Oh, but that's what
Absolutely, I'd tell.
You would. You think you can get over it that quick and turn it into like the positive? If you,
I'd have to. My whole thing would be about making money for the girls. Yeah. So I'd be like, if I got ocular syphilis, right? I'd be like, guys, I got diagnosed with ocular syphilis. I got 6 months to live. I'm doing the See No Evil tour.
How do you get that? From farts in the eye?
I think so. No, hold on. Syphilis is like a real, legit fucking problem. If you get syphilis, you can't, and you don't fix it, you die legit, and your body parts fall off.
Your producer doesn't know how to spell syphilis.
It's can occur in every stage. It's what your nose falls off, your lips fall off, your eyes fall out, your fingers fall out. Syphilis is really bad.
Wouldn't you kill yourself before it got to that point?
That's a great question.
How many things start falling off before you just take your own life? How many fingers got to go?
Well, I need 2.
Yeah.
I need 2
to wrap.
I'm definitely shooting myself with a gun.
Yeah,
not hanging myself.
If you just lose your thumb, kill yourself. It's like losing your dick.
But wait, would you tell people if you got?
I think I'd want to be the dramatic. One day I just drop out and people were like, "Oh shit, he had cancer." He was dying. He didn't even say. He just kept touring until the end. But I know I will. I have that need though, like to have someone have the dramatic moment of like a head lift and go, because I only got a few more months, man. I want to lay that on somebody.
There's no. This is what I wouldn't want. It's heavy. I wouldn't want. What happened to Norm? Norm only told one person, their manager, and then he would get overweight and get bloated, and people would mock him online, and then he'd get skinny, and people would mock him online, and then he'd get maybe sometimes confused because of the medication. They think he was drunk because of the medication he was taking. I wouldn't want to deal with that, or maybe that would be a solace.
Do you know what me and you would both love?
What?
If we were guaranteed being able to see. I think if we were told, I'm not. You definitely get to kind of look down after you die
from heaven.
So if you were told me I got to see the people go fucking guy never said anything. I could not say something.
Yeah. If you could tell me that people would be like, I wish I had known.
Yeah. I want to see all the people go. It's like, he was so brave, man.
You got to think is like for me. I mean, let's break it down.
Here?
Yeah. If you break it down for real, right? You got moments of your friends trashing you on other podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
You seen Bert? He's gained weight. You have cancer. You have total cancer.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't told them. And you got your boys, your favorite people in the world, trashing you for 9 years. Norm lived for 9 years with cancer.
Wow.
For 9 years, you got to put up with that. At a year and a half, I'd be like, yo, can one of you guys just lay off, man? I'm going through some shit. Yeah. My kids are going through it also. My kids are listening to this. All their friends are listening to this. And you're trashing me for gaining weight. It's the steroids I'm on to try to save my life.
If you have cancer for 9 years, though, at some point, you probably get over it's imminently happening.
I don't know.
By year 5, you got to be I'm doing pretty good.
I guess. I don't know. I keep thinking about Norm with it because I don't know if I could do what Norm did.
Keep quiet that long?
No, I couldn't.
No, you'd have to use it to scam pussy in some way at some point. It's just, this could be my last romp.
Oh my God. I said one time to Dr. Drew, he was like, what if you found out you had 6 months to live? I'd say, I'd tell my wife I need to have sex with all the porn stars that I've ever wanted to have sex with. And Dr. Drew was like, then why don't you just have sex with them? I was like, because I'm not dying. And he goes, no, but if that's a thing you need before you die, then that's something you need. And I was like, wait, hold on. I was like, wait, you're right. And then it kind of fucked me up.
Drew, would you mind talking to Leanne?
Yeah. Drew, can you chirp in real quick?
Yeah. Dr. Drew says I should fuck Jaden, whatever, St. Lynn.
Who do you think is going to be the first comic in our group that's going to die?
I don't know. A lot of people that are doing the fast living kind of stopped doing it.
No one's fast. I mean, I'm probably the fastest living still, I think. Not drugs, but I think boozing.
Though.
Boozing, but I'm still pretty healthy.
No, you're not. I mean, I don't know. Is there anybody who's still out there I do coke from time to time? I'm so out of that world. I'm such a naive idiot to that.
Yeah.
I've seen someone do coke in front of me twice, and both times I was like, they're doing drugs.
Oh my God. He took the mirror off the wall.
I mean, literally just someone doing got my car and did key bumps. And they're like, you want one? I go, this is terrifying.
Bobby Kelly got himself off that list.
Yeah?
Yeah, of course he did. Man, it's I don't think Bobby's in that group of guys who lost so much weight that people... Can I tell you something that drives me fucking nuts? I want to finish my statement, and then I'll start the next one, and then I'll let you talk because I'm so bad at interrupting people.
You're fine. Can I tell you something also? Let's have a super fun podcast right now.
Yeah.
Every clip I'm watching of you on podcast now is you having some heartbreaking to yourself epiphany that you're a comedian. What you're being accused of is what he goes, oh, you're listening to my story, but you're really, as soon as you hear a key word, you start thinking of your story. Like, yeah. But every podcast clip of you going like this, is you going like this, Bert. You're going, I do? You mean the crazier thing is you didn't realize it before. You're like, yeah, you're taking these things like, I do they? Yes, 100% all of us do.
Because I got a partner who doesn't fucking talk, and then he goes, you're always interrupting me. Then talk up, you motherfucker. Like, I'm so tired. Can I tell you, Jay, thank you so much. I am so tired.
Me, Lewis, and Dave spend a good, and it's not like, it's not even aggressive anymore. We
start talking about that in therapy. You know what I'm talking about that in therapy?
Stop.
Is that I got to the point where I was hang on, Pierce, how much have I brought this up? Because I go, I don't know, man. I think and I talk. And I now I'm like in conversations with people and I'm like, should I be like not thinking or should I just be listening and going, so how did that affect you?
You're supposed to laugh. You're supposed to big laugh and have fun and be the person you are. You're letting people bully you and they're trying to change your thing.
And they're my friends.
At your peak of fame.
And by the way, Ari Shaffir and Tom Segura. Ari Shaffir and Tom Segura. Ari Shaffir and Tom Segura. Those fucking, Ari fucked me up. Ari fucked me up where he goes, you make everything about yourself. And I was like, we're comics. We make everything about ourselves. You fucking asshole. Why would you stand on stage for an hour and speak and not listen to other people? You made it all about yourself. God damn it, Jay.
Well, now here's the thing. You do have a different gene than somebody in a sense, like what I saw that thing you're talking about, you and Tom talking. And Tom's like, when I'm off stage too, I also,
it's very different.
In off stage, I'm not a big like hold court, especially with strangers. I'm not good around other celebrities at all. Like meeting celebrities, I'm still like, okay, hi, bye. Yeah. Like, so you have a thing with that, which isn't a bad thing either, but it's like you have a much better social bug thing. But in the context of broadcasting, and like, what difference does it make? How many guests do you have on too that just kind of come and aren't saying shit and fucking whatever, and you got to like carry a conversation, ask a bunch of questions. I do.
Not everyone's Bobby Lee.
I take the advice as much. I try to watch out for it too. But like when I even hear things like Gavin Rosdale is going to come on the show, I go, I can't wait to tell him about this one thing at Bush in my life. Like,
Jay?
And then when I ask him a question, I go, hey, I heard you were fucking Courtney Love for a while. How was that? That'd be batshit, huh? And he was like, whoa, man. And I was like, well, then you got to say something. Yeah. Like, that's what I wanted to ask you about.
Jay, I am so
I guess, how was Bush? What's Bush like?
Do you know how much it's bothered me that I allowed it to affect me? And it changed me a little bit in like interviews where I was like, someone would say something and I go, that's so cool. I did something similar. And then I was like, so wait, what's our point as comics? Are we supposed to like, am I supposed to be a broadcaster?
Can I give you third party advice?
Please.
Maybe you could take or leave.
Buddy, you're the only one I'll take.
I gave similar advice to Justin Silver a long time ago when he had a set. And Steve-O, I think, had to figure this out when he started doing comedy. Tell the stories as much about the difficult times. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because they're hilarious stories always. But like, I think that's what people catch more is like, from the second you started, it's like, well, Van Wilder's about me. They made the article about me. I was in the band with, the guy from Creed. And then Will Smith found me. I got a development. Everything kind of popped for you kind of young. Like you were in the mix young that a lot of people weren't. So maybe like the thing, but I understand you are humility, like the human being you are. So it's like, it's such a funny thing. Like I get it. Like I don't not get any of the things. I don't know if I would like, I saw you had that argument before too, like post pictures. If I was able to afford a private plane and get on it, I probably wouldn't post pictures is my thing. But I'm not blown away that you're like, and I also understand the rationale of saying, like, you're like, holy shit, look what I've done. Like you want to show people, like, sure. I'll drop it in the conversation. You know what I mean? So just
I got a little bit of black comic in me. Where it's like, listen, here's the truth. If you're a minority comic, you can post pictures on a private jet all day long and people fucking clap you up in the comments.
I would say one, as far as I can think of, one comedian only, maybe before like Dane Cook or something like, but like that. No, not Dane Cook at all. One white comic really that never crossed over.
Yeah.
In the black comedy or anything like that. But I would say it's like the Def Jam comedy of the white world's Dice Clay. He's the only guy that pulled it off the bragging comedy. My dick's super big. I eat pussy great. I fucked her so good. But he was the first one. And then that genre of Def Jam was like it was also the rap of the 90s.
Yeah.
I got. And then breeds the next thing of like, the Mother Earth kind of like rap of like, to the gods and the queens.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes in like cycles and stuff. So it's kind of like, you probably have amazing also like difficult stories, but that's like also like, those aren't always the funnest ones to tell.
No,
so I just think that it's a testament to all of it. Cause I watch all that hate, podcasting stuff.
I can't.
And I say like, no, you shouldn't. You know what I mean? You shouldn't. By the way, I have a hard time with ones about myself, but I do always watch them.
For real?
If it's like, if I make it onto the videos or anything like that, like, I'll like listen to it. And like, I don't disagree. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're either fair or funny. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what.
Like the attack of the things.
And I hate to say this, I know that I shouldn't, but the ones that aren't about you aren't bad.
I said, if someone put it to me in such a way that I thought was brilliant, that made me be able to separate myself from it.
Yeah.
There's Sports Center. And we've never thought bad about.
That's a very accurate
because
statement.
We've never thought bad about when you watch thing and a guy on Sports Center goes, this guy's robbing the Tampa Bay Bucks, taking a check from this guy. That guy feels the same way we feel when a guy makes it. But that's what but we want to watch that because that's compelling us. We go,
by the way,
I know, right? This guy's getting
look at fucking Skip Bayless.
Yeah.
Never played sports in his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And he lights people up and we go, hot take.
Yeah,
and
we love it.
And by the way, here's the other thing is like comedy's gotten so big, you got to allow people the space to give them their hot take. And their hot take may be accurate, and maybe you should listen to it. Maybe I should be. Can I tell you what bums me out?
But it also reaches us, which is a different thing. No one knew that I thought the third fucking Guns N' Roses album sucked balls except my friends. Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, no one really, there's like 5 critics who critiqued albums. You listen to that, and you go, it's good or bad based on that. Or if you like the band, you try it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the other thing. Now everybody can go, man, that new special sucks shit at Bert Kreischer. And then you can it is in your fucking, somewhere in your world, you can catch that.
Imagine being a pro athlete, right? And getting Skip Bayless lighting you up.
Mm-hmm.
And then your town hates you. Imagine if you went to shows, right?
Yeah.
And that permeated and they were like, fucking Jay Oakerson sucks. But this is our fucking thing we go to every weekend. So we're going to just go and then boo him while he does his stand-up. That's what it's like to be a pro athlete.
That's sports. Oh, wait, let me tell you that thing I was saying before. Like I said, what we hope the fans do.
Can I get another double Porosos and soda?
This guy, Total Bitch, is great. He makes videos about all of us, but they're...
You know, it terrifies me.
But they're purposefully, but they're fake. Like, so he's a fan and does like what a fun thing with it. Like, so mine is like, it's like Big Jay Oakerson looks like a new metal, Papa Roach guy or something. He goes, but that's what he wants you to think because he's actually an evangelical Christian. And then it just makes up a fake like story about your life. And also, it's it's obviously fabricated. Like he's a fan who does.
I don't know.
He's great.
Honestly, Jay, I got to be honest with you. Hang on. So we're all clear. I'm not going to say names. I showed Jay something today that a friend of ours said about me, and it wasn't that bad.
No.
But you get feelings about it.
Sure.
And there's a friend of 20 years, probably.
Yeah.
20 years. And he said it on a podcast, trying to get a joke, just trying to get a lighthearted joke, and it hurt my feelings. And I showed it to Jay, and I was like, should I have feelings about this? I sent it to Tommy, and you are the only people that ever saw it. And you were like, no, it's just nothing. It's nothing. But the truth is it does get in your feelings. I wish it didn't. I really wish it didn't.
No, it's like, if it makes sense, I also am like pretty good at taking it and kind of laughing it off and whatever.
I'm still drinking that
but
one.
Like I am. I'm 10 messages down of negativity of me going like, all right, man. Like, so I really stay out of it. I actually don't get involved in the comments at all. You know what
really?
I mean? Like,
do you read them?
No, not anymore. I used to, and I said what it was like, it was especially at a time where like everything was getting so picked apart that I remember specifically what I did. My last post I put up was like the native post where I was like, hey, I think this is funny. I'm posting a thing. It's the last time I ever did this.
Nate?
No. I filmed, I posted, I was in Comic-Con, San Diego, and there was 2 homeless guys on the street just dressed like regular bums. And they were in spooning. They were asleep and in a full spoon, like leg over and arm over the guy. They didn't read as like gay guys. They just looked like 2 homeless guys, but they were snuggled up. And I took a picture of that and I wrote, I went, what do you guys think? Homo-less-sexuals or homelessos? And like the 4th comment was like, I mean, you think these guys' lives aren't bad enough? You got to punch down and blah, blah. And I was like, I don't. I go. I'm literally. It's like I thought these are supposed to be people who like follow me because they get my thing and they just laugh at that. It's like you are aware that like I wouldn't have like do anything shitty to these guys. Do you know what I mean? It's like the thing is just like it's like the same idea of having the post. Remember like when they posted the black squares they said for like Black Lives Matter.
Dude, that was the canary in the mine for me.
I didn't. I just told my company I was like, just don't post a comedy clip that day. You know what I mean? I'm like, so if just that thing, I go, but posting that black square, the comments will be hilarious because they'll be like, oh no way, really? like my fans aren't concerned that I think killing random black people is cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever jokes I make, I don't have to tell them is, by the way, those are jokes. And honestly, you shouldn't kill black people. Oh, they know I know that. They know I'm aware.
It's the thing about like...
so you're doing it to tell them like, hey, it's just, look how cool I'm being.
I'm telling you that I remember where I was in bed and I was scrolling and I got to be real honest. I saw the black square and I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. And then for a second I was like, oh, that's kind of cool that like, in solidarity that Instagram would all be black. That's neat. Like obviously we all have black people in our lives that matter to us. And so I was like, oh, that's really cool. And then I was like, oh, wait, I don't want to, maybe I won't post because I don't want to be someone that like virtue signals. Like the black people in my life know that they matter.
Right.
And I don't need to post it. And then I was like, I'm not going to post. And then I was like, casually went to my DMs and it was lit up. Like, where's your black post? You've made money off the souls of black people your entire lives. How dare you?
Really?
The guy in the Starbucks who ordered, you got your coffee from, and I was like,
the fact that somebody was looking to see if you did is what's strange. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, not just that you didn't do it. Like, I think when I didn't do it, I don't think anybody commented on why didn't you. I think people were just kind of like, yeah, it makes sense.
My DMs was lit up, so I posted it. And then I posted it, and I got destroyed. How dare you made so many black jokes. And you're going to post it. And I was like, holy shit, you can't win if you can and you can't. And that was the first iteration of me ignoring comments, of not ignoring them, I was reading them, but going like, so wait, so you're not going to make everyone happy. And then I think Tom got into calling me the most racist comic in the world. and I read the comments after I posted that special. And I was like, and it was like, dude, this is the most racist comic in the world. And then what was happening was people that were discovering my special were defending me, but I had no racial jokes in the special.
Yeah.
And it was like and the comments were so confusing for me that I was like, holy fuck. And then the first time I ever got like negative, I remember.
Why do you put yourself through it? Like, why do you still?
I don't now. I don't.
But didn't you say recently you were going to jump back into the comments?
I just recently said, I was like, you know what? Because I
have no problem telling people I don't go in the comments.
No,
I
so
say
here's the deal.
This is a thing, and I know if this fucks with the algorithm, so be it. Because I like being like, I like talking to fans, and I like meeting people.
I do too,
and stuff. And I'm not a good meet and greet, like organized meet and greet person, but I like to go out and like smoke a joint with 30 people after the show.
100%. I
love that, but I'm not like the engagement you get on my YouTube page and stuff like that. Like that is my team doing that that's why I get messages so much from people going, hey, it's your cousin. How come when I said, I'm so excited for your special to come out, you wrote back fire emojis? Like I'm your cousin. You're like, oh, because that's not me.
I've always had a problem with wallets. The wallet I had last time was a bifold. Well, I had a trifold at one point. Do you remember those? You'd sit on those and you'd have back problems. Dude, I had the one that had a checkbook in it. The big ones in college. Dude, thank God. I've been always looking for something slim. This unique, slim, modern wallet is designed to hold 12 cards plus cash. It is the Ridge wallet, and it is so awesome. Made with premium materials like aluminum, titanium, and carbon fiber. It even looks slick. Look at this gold. It just reeks of loot, and it's got over 50 colors and styles to choose from. Show it off when you go to buy dinner, drop it on the thing, pull it out of your pocket. It just looks slick. And here's the great part. This little part right here, that's how you slide your card up. So your card comes up just like that, goes right back. And for a limited time, our listeners get 10% off at Ridge by using code Bertcast at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use code Bertcast, and you're all set. That's it. All you got to do is go to ridge.com, and after you purchase, they're going to ask where you heard about them. well, please tell them that our show sent you. Support our show and tell them that we sent you. Get 10% off at Ridge by using code Bertcast at checkout. Just head to ridge.com and use code Bertcast and you're all set. Missing out on a show that everyone's talking about is not an option for me, especially if I'm about to get on a plane. I am constantly panicking, looking for Wi-Fi, signing up for a new streaming service, this one, that one. And then a few months later, I realized I've watched that show on that flight. I don't remember about it. And I've still been paying for the service long after I finished the show. Get Rocket Money. It was a game changer for me. They find your unwanted subscriptions and even help you cancel them so you never have to worry about them slipping through the cracks. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps you find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving their members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. This is a no-brainer. I'll tell you what, I don't even have a problem signing up for apps now. I just signed up for a new one, and it was like, do you want our 1 week trial? And then it just going to start charging me. I was like, no, don't worry. Rocket Money is going to take care of this for me. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/Bertcast today. That's rocketmoney.com/Bertcast. rocketmoney.com/Bertcast. I recently said I'm going to go back into my comments because it bums me out that because of a couple sharks, I wouldn't get in the ocean anymore.
But what?
And hang on, hear me out. So then think about all the people that like want to just say like, dude, I fucking love you. I'm so excited for this special. And then you just reply, hey, thank you so much. And then it means the world to them.
Yeah.
But I had a guy today.
No. When I get DM'd, sometimes I read things like genuine
DMs.
That's the thing. I do that. Like I don't do it in comments, but if someone sends me personal, I do try to get back. And I look even like in the hidden ones and everything.
Yeah.
And I do when I see it's not like a bullshit because someone's like fan ones going there, and it'll be people that are like, which I think is what the importance of comedy is. It's nothing about what we say. I think it's nonsense what we say. Who gives a shit? I go, it's like, dude, everything. I'm coming off heroin. I have to drive to dialysis every day because of my kidneys are failing. You make me, my wife died and you're making me laugh again, dude. Like that's the important. And I write back to everything like that. I come like, dude, that's awesome. Like, thank you, man. Thank you. Because I also like, that does make it feel important. But when people are like, you have a platform, you're not going to say, I'm like, I don't know anything about anything. The fuck you want me to talk about? Politics, I don't understand.
I can't. I don't know. I don't read DMs and I don't read comments, and I wanted to get back into comments because I just felt like.
But you're not trusting yourself. Like, look at your.
I don't trust myself at all.
No, I'm saying, but like, at some point. By the way, people can say this to me too. I need this sometimes too. But like, look, like left and right a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing great.
You said that. Hang on. Stop. You've said that to me a number of times, and I don't hear it. You've said, buddy, you're gonna be okay. But you don't hear it if it's you. I still think what do my friends think about me? Like, look at the whole thing about like Ari lighting me up about not making everything about myself, as if Ari doesn't make everything about himself. In retrospect, I wanted to say to Ari, and I love Ari and I've been friends with him forever. I was like, so you shitting on a pizza box or whatever to promote your special, were you making that about yourself? Why didn't where is the introspection?
Yeah, he made Skankfest about himself in that moment. It was all like, it's like he pushed a boundary past maybe what we were even allowed to do his thing.
Or him getting Tony fined at Madison Square Garden $100,000 where he pulled his dick out.
Did he really?
Yeah, you didn't make that about yourself. Like, but my thing is like, I don't see the world like that. I don't see the accuse you of like, you make everything about yourself. I just go, well, yeah, that's who I am. I'm a little bit that
I was going to say, it's that. It's what you just said right there. It's like, well, that's Ari being Ari.
Yeah.
Ari's an honorary. Like,
I never sat back in the cut and was like, Ari makes everything about himself. Like, what the fuck? He's Ari. That's why I like him.
If you invite Ari, he might shit on something.
If you don't like me, then say that out loud and I won't be around you.
But that's my question almost like there. If you have to like question that at this point of your life, like genuinely too much.
But in couples therapy, I'm in every therapy you can be in because I'm off the road since July and I'm trying to figure this out because I go, I like me a lot. Like I like me. I get if you're just talking about Bert and me, we have a great time. But these notes I get sometimes.
But that's like I'm saying, like, but how are you going to take personality notes at 50? Like
52,
the personality you've had is like you're here, man. It's like it's going to be. But that's what I'm saying. Like Ari could be Ari.
So what's wrong with me?
And you could be
what's
you.
wrong with me then? That like, why do
No, but I'm
I
saying with the
listen to
friendship
people?
thing is that, like, one thing about my friends, I am sure, and I mean this, Dave and Lewis, Legion of Skank says, have had bitching sessions about me over 13 years many times, and I'm doing this and that. As me and Lewis has had about Dave, as me and Dave have had about Lewis. Probably that's the biggest combo.
Yeah.
Me and Dave talking about Lewis. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Like all those things fly around and happen, but like nothing that's like where Lewis would, or any of those guys would have to worry about, like, are these guys not my friend? Like, this is not friendship questioning things. Just like, Jesus, if Lewis could would do this, like, that would be great. You know what I mean? Or like, Dave's another one of those politics stuff. But if you're questioning, like, what do they think about you on a real, like, I'm friends with Bert out of convenience or something, like, those shouldn't be your friends. My circle's relatively small, and it's sort of all over the place. You know what I mean?
Actually thought about, like, I was like, because Ari said that to me and Tom, and it really bothered me. And I talked to Tom about it, and then Tom and I talked about it on a podcast, and then I was in therapy, and I brought it up in therapy, and I was like, so like, I mean, like, and then all these diagnoses of like, you have main character syndrome, and I was like, don't we all? Does anyone live in their life and think I'm a third Mike in life? Like, who the fuck doesn't think they should be
that's
heard?
not true. That's not true. There are people with that. There's people who, I learned that a long time. One of my first mistakes in comedy when I was doing it was being judgmental of my, when I started, like, not making it in any way, but moving. I was like, okay, I'm here's the path. That's probably when I got to New York, ultimately, and I was starting to get like the shittiest parts of like the mainstream clubs.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, wow. It's like, I said, I'm going to do something. And now I'm sort of doing it. And I'd go back and it's like, what are you doing? Still delivering auto parts. I'm like, what am I, like my friend Little Jay, great basketball player. That's why I'm called Big J, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Swear to God. By the way, which really makes me sound sadder is that Little Jay was like 6 foot tall, average weight. 6 foot tall, completely average weight. But
completely average weight, just a regular person.
Just a regular guy.
Not even that big. Like, still a big guy. Still a big guy.
I'm Big J. And that was Little J. His girlfriend dubbed us that. And then when I started doing comedy in the black circuit, I heard the massacring of any name that wasn't like an easy last name from the hosts in the black circuit, especially if you were a white guy. They also didn't give a shit. They messed your name up. Yeah. If they didn't know who you were at all. So like, I was just like, Big J is absolutely fine. And then when I started like kind of crossing over, because I had already done like Comic View and Def Comedy, or not Def, P. Diddy's thing, Bad Boys of Comedy, didn't get invited to a party. Would have went.
I would have gone.
I would have went, but I said, you'd see, I'm not a take part person. That's where you maybe would have fallen apart at a P. Diddy party, because I would have been as in the background of every picture. Because if they would have been like, dude, Foxy Brown's getting bukkakied by B2K in there, I'd be like, I'm going to go watch. Yeah. But you'd have seen me in the back, like drinking a chai.
I would have been the, white boy, it's your turn. I was like, I'm in.
Yeah. You dive in a little bit quicker. I stopped telling my friends, is the greater point of this, which is like, I was judgmental of them. Like, you have these talents. Like, why are you not trying to be the best basketball player? And I had a friend who was an amazing rapper, who I, at one point coming up with Kevin Hart got Damon Dash to agree to let me bring him in to rap for him. He made excuses that he had to work delivering lunch meets with our friend who was his boss. Like, it absolutely would have been like, buddy, are you go live your dream?
Really?
And he and by the way, I think he wouldn't mind me saying this, he still is out there in the world, my friend. I won't shout out his name because he did have a career in music, but he went with he ended up doing MCing for drum and bass, like very underground stuff.
Really?
And his biggest thing was like, even deciding to go into that kind of last minute, he toured with like Goldie. I've heard that name before.
Goldie. Of course I know.
I don't know who that. I know the name.
I know Goldie very well.
But he toured with him a bunch of times and stuff. But so it's like he didn't want to go to that thing with Damon Dash. He didn't want to go up there because he didn't want to do it. So I'm saying everybody doesn't want to like do. Some people are like, and before I figured out comedy, that there was open mics available and I can try it, I was like, I'm going to go do what my mom and step pop do. It only takes 2 years of college. Yeah. That's what was interesting to me. Is like, he didn't want to go up and take a shot at, and I think we all understand that too. If he goes and Damon Dash is like,
says no,
he's fine. Like, it's like, but I'm not really interested like that. Like, that would, for me, my personality, have stopped me in my tracks. That's why I was always impressed with Kevin Hart, because he got that thing. He got those 6 episodes of The Big House. And I remember we were still pretty close contact when he got that. and it went and it got canceled after 6 episodes, never came back. I was like, my personality would have been, that was my shot. They gave it to me. I got it. I had the prime time sitcom, whatever thing spot you're supposed to have. And I'd go, so I guess it's just stand up now. And he becomes the biggest movie star in the world. So it's amazing. I don't have that. I don't have that gene for sure.
So there's a thing that our community finds gross, and that's ambition. And one of the things I respected in Kevin Hart was his ambition. When he would do those old school out of his Sprinter vans, like, I'm running a 5K, I'm doing this, I'm the hardest working comic. I loved all of it. Because I felt like I need to get up. I need to do stuff. I never took it.
Listen, I see the eye roll to it though, much more than I see the.
I don't see the eye roll.
No, I know. I said because you lean much more towards that personality, but I don't think like the point of all that even goes with Kev. Like, but that's what Kev wanted. Listen, you also you flourish in a chaotic schedule.
Yes,
I mean the workouts you were doing on Fully Loaded when there's a show that night, and then we're doing something, and then we have like To Live an Adventure the next day. And then you still like, I'm going to still get a workout in before the show is bad shit. Like to me, you know what I'm saying? Like they don't even realize it's like the same thing that sucked about, remember Hannah Gatsby's bullshit interview? Like the thing that really made, I think most people turn on her. Outside of that junk ass special was,
by the way, she still has one of my favorite jokes out of that special.
What is it? When she was screaming about being raped to the camera? Because that's the weirdest thing I've ever seen.
That was
Is that the one?
Have you ever seen? I know. I was about to say, have you ever seen? And I think you sent it to me. The BET. Her.
Oh no, we did that on the Bonfire. I'm going to argue that we did that on Bonfire audio before, but then someone made a YouTube video like doing like that. The YouTube video is great, but we have her do like, you raped a 17-year-old girl. You ruined my life. No. Oh, no, we weren't doing that. We did Bernie Mac is the one we did. So we go, and then you raped me, and now you ruined my life. Kick it.
Oh, shut up.
Yeah. That's the best.
I'm friends with Hannah. I met her. She still has one of my favorite jokes is when I was growing up in Tasmania, I knew more facts about unicorns than I did lesbians. And I heard that and I went, oh, that's interesting. That's interesting about Tasmania. And then she goes, unicorns are real. And I was like, oh, that's a good joke. That's a good joke. It's like, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. That's a good joke.
Sure.
She is a lot.
But here's the thing. You could be friends with her. It doesn't matter. Like it's again, because everybody.
I don't want to get into
everyone's also a hypocrite.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with all the fucking shit she subscribes to.
No, but what she said in that interview she did a while back, it was essentially, I'm paraphrasing for sure, but it was like, if you're doing comedy and not going up there and like making some like,
that's ridiculous,
earthly professions that people should listen to, whatever, like get out of the way, you're wasting time. And I didn't even take that personally to myself. I'm just like, let's take people who like you were told in young comedy not to respect for some reason, but it's like, should Carrot Top not be doing comedy? Yeah. Should he not be doing because he's not doing anything? And then I started going like, because that's the obvious one you choose, like a prop comic like that. But then you go, what you're actually saying is Dave Attell, Brian Regan. You're saying these people shouldn't do comedy because they don't talk about anything personal. Yeah. Nothing to do with their own lives or moving forward society or explaining their trauma. Like, why can't, that's what I said before. Why can't the importance just be that you entertain people through their normally bland existences?
Then why can't you just subtract someone out of their fucking moment in life where they're dealing with the death of a dog or
that's
cancer
what I treat
in a dog.
Sports as and music and concerts. Like
it bums me out. But I guess that's their
But my point is being like the people are asking of you, like what Hannah Gatsby was saying, like, why can't you just like not do these things? Like don't be the person you are. But it's like you've done it already being the person you are.
Yeah.
Buddy.
I don't know why.
You were
I don't know why I'd ever listen to Ari.
You were a star of a movie in a movie theater. I mean, that's insane. Did I ever tell you? You might love I guess Hustlers I was in, but like before that, I'd done some TV stuff. I never really gave a shit about acting, but when I was young, I got a movie called From Other Worlds, and it was starring Cara Buono, who was one of Christopher's girlfriends on Sopranos, and she was also Artie Lang's girlfriend in Beer League.
Really?
Cara Buono, yeah. And it was starring her and Isaac something, who was the French ice cream man in the movie Ghost Dog.
I know Ghost Dog.
Remember Ghost Dog? Remember the French guy that was his friend?
Yeah.
It was starring those two.
By the way, but how black are we? Not a lot of white people remember Ghost Dog.
Ghost Dog ruled.
Ghost Dog
Sidetracked
ruled.
by the RZA. Yeah, I'm in the movie with Isaac Bangol or something.
Yeah.
And also, funny enough, Robert Downey Sr.'s in this movie somewhere.
Really?
But I play Big Lab Assistant 1. Big Lab Assistant, because the other guy was Small Lab Assistant. It's just available.
Are we going back
Amazon.
to Big J and Little J?
Yeah. Big Lab Assistant, Little Lab Assistant was a little Russian guy. I'm in like 2 scenes. Very, very little thing. But the movie, it was written by the producer of Death Becomes Her. No, the guy who wrote Death Becomes Her and Married to the Mob. So I was like, this is kind of neat. I got this dumb little part.
Yeah.
And I went to go, it was just taking forever to come out. I almost forgot that I did it for like a year or 2. It took to come out. And then the guy goes, hey, they are having, it's showing at a theater in New York. And I was like a premiere? And they go, no, they're just like picking up, they're going to run it. And I was like, neat, what theater? And he tells me what theater, and I drive to it. It's like, it should be someone's house. It was so small, this theater. And there was the poster out front for the movie. And we went inside, me and my ex-wife, and we sat down in a completely empty theater. No one was in there at all. And then the movie plays, the parts, when the scenes come up, my ex-wife starts trying to film with her phone. Like, these are like flip phone days too.
Yeah.
The scene, and I'm going like, I keep stopping her. I'm like, stop. And then at the end of the movie, when the credits start rolling, she pulls out to take a video of the thing. And I go, stop. And then she goes, who are you embarrassed for? Like, there's no one here. And I was like, yeah, I guess you're right. You can film it. But then the hardest thing was while we were waiting for my name at the very end of this list of credits, it's one of those theaters. It was very small, but it had a stage in front of it. And like the end of the Carol Burnett show, like while the credits rolling, a guy came out to start mopping. And we had to, and I didn't want to, my ex-wife had to be like, could you please? Like, I want to.
Oh my God.
And he's like, what? He's like, I got to clean it up before the next showing. And she's like, if you could, like, she goes, it's like, he's in the movie. Like, she's saying he's in the movie. And the guy's like, oh, okay. So he backs out and lets us take the picture. As we're leaving, I noticed there's a rack full of postcards of the movie poster. And I was like, can I take a couple of these at all? And they go, you could have all of them, man. And so I did take all of them. And then I go,
no one wants them, man. They're all yours.
I swear it was the worst. Then I go, hey, do you happen to have any chance an extra movie poster? And they go, no, they only gave us the one. And then I was like, oh, okay. And he goes, and this guy doesn't know I'm in the movie at all.
Yeah.
He just goes, he goes, you know what, man? And he took the key and unlocked the show box in the front and like just rolled it up again. And I still own that.
It's all yours, brother.
He goes, buddy, no one's come. I definitely am the only human being who walked in to see that movie and like whatever stage was there. This is the scene, yeah.
Let me see if I can hear it. Is that you?
Yeah. Little fat
Jay.
Fresh face Jay.
You look so good, man.
Oh, thank you.
Can I tell you what drives me nuts? Someone said to me the other day, they go, if you lose weight, you won't be funny anymore. And I was like, I don't know. Does that mean that like I'm not as funny as David Spade? Like, does that mean like, are you saying like that I'm only funny because I'm fat? And then
I think being like fat though is also like, it does become a part of like personality, which I don't know if you really lose that necessarily. Also,
I don't think you lose it.
Also, how not fat are we going to get? Like when people say, they goes, are you worried if you get skinny, you're going to lose weight? He goes, I'm not worried I'm going to get that skinny.
Theo, I was talking to Theo and he goes, you look great, man. Are you worried you're not going to be funny anymore? And I was like, Theo, I'm so morbidly obese. I'm fucking 245 pounds. Like, how fat do you need me to be? Like, do you need me to be 600 pounds to be fat?
Yeah, people are
funny?
like, yeah. They go, man, you look fantastic or horrible if you started on the other direction. That's really what it is. They go, dude, you look fucking amazing. Yeah. They go, it was bad before.
It was, dude, I was 285 pounds. That was the highest I ever got. And you know what I got? I got texts from Steve Byrne. I got texts from Sal. I got texts from everyone like, we're worried about you. And I was like, that's not funny, right?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's like Steve Burns, like nightmare weight, though, was like my goal weight.
Oh,
Like the weight that Steve Byrne could be, what he would be like, maybe I should just kill myself. I go, what?
Yeah.
I could buy pants in a mall?
Are you kidding me? When was the last time you were a size 34?
Oh, I had to be a child.
I
I
talked to someone
can
the
wear
other day.
36 now. That was weird.
I can wear 36. I talked to someone and he goes, I lost 10 pounds and I got 3 pant sizes. And I went, that doesn't make sense to me. I didn't realize I only operate in the 2 size pants range. He's in 33, 34, 31, you know, like he's in that range.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm a little bit bigger than you are.
Yeah.
I just cleaned my closet. Now, I don't like wearing shirts with writing on them, but I do save some shirts with writing on them. And I have shirts with writing on them in one pile. And I swear to God, I have a whole pile for True Classic. True Classic shirts are perfect fitting shirts. They're designed to accentuate your best features. If you're a guy like me, you get a snug fit in the arms and the chest and just the right amount of room in the midsection. They have premium clothes at an affordable price. And you can build your entire closet, your entire outfit in 5 minutes or less because everything goes great together. Their t-shirts, hoodies, their jeans are spectacular. I love their jeans. They are slick. You can wear them out to dinner, but they're so comfortable. And more come in 3, 6, and 9 packs. The more you bundle, the more you save. Mix and match your clothing for work, for your lifestyle, for everything. I mean, we went to fly to go take Isla to dinner at college. We knew we were going to take her the second we landed. I dressed top to bottom, True Classic, comfortable on the plane, look nice going out. And here's what's great. There's free shipping on all orders. So whether you're bundling up for the cold or getting ready for spring, level up your style with clothes that actually fit right. Just go to my exclusive link at trueclassic.com/Bertcast to save. That's trueclassic.com/Bertcast. Shop now and elevate your wardrobe today. Have better sex with Blue Chew. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. Blue Chew is putting their money where your mouth is, where its mouth is, and offering you a month free. The process is simple. Sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. You can take them anywhere, day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever the opportunity arises. The best part, it's all done online. That means no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at the pharmacy. Those are all things that held me back from ever trying these boner-enhancing pills. I'm telling you, so I casually wanted to bring it up to my doctor, but it was just such an awkward conversation. The fact that it's all online makes it so much easier. Make life easier by getting harder and discover your options at BlueChew.com. And we've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And we'd like to thank Blue Chew for sponsoring this podcast. Do you think, I mean, you look at Billy Gardell, he's lost a crazy amount of weight. You seen that?
Yeah.
And you're like,
He looks horrible.
I love Billy a lot. And I would never want to talk shit about him, but like,
He should gain weight in his face again.
just a little bit, like a little bit. He looks really
Yeah,
aggressive.
John Goodman looked like they fucking let the air out of him.
I mean, it's like, it's by the way, it's like,
Oh, you know what though? Actually, he may have gotten a little bit of surgery or something because like it's actually coming together a little bit nicer. But
Billy looks, I'll tell you what, Billy's
good.
got great hair. He's got the glasses. He's got money.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, he gets to see his son graduate college. So it's like, all right, so what do you want?
How
He's
old
got
is
all
son?
the money. 18? It's got to be 18, I'm guessing. I
He
think
would've
he's
made it.
Isla's age.
He would have made it to that.
No, he would
Really?
not have. No.
4 more years?
No, hang on. Hang on. No. How long do you think Bobby would have lasted if he had not gotten lap band?
I don't know because Bobby got it really in that way. Like Bobby's frame, like I lucked out a bit in that. Although I'm finding that my frame is not as quite big as I thought, but I think I've always been able to carry like, you know, someone has like a frame that can carry more weight. Bobby
What do
wasn't
you
meant
mean?
to carry that much weight.
No, Bobby's like 5'6".
Like Bobby's like a Josh Adam Myers kind of compact, you know what I mean?
Yeah, Bobby's I don't mean this disrespectfully, but like Bobby's not a big guy.
No, he's not a big guy. That's what I'm saying. So it's like he wasn't supposed to be that big. So it becomes that, from what they say, like,
Is that him with fucking...
no.
Oh, no, that's Fat Joe. I thought that was Bobby for a second.
Bobby Kelly and R.
I was
Kelly.
like, he met R. Kelly? Because
Well-
hang on. You know why I said that? You know, Bobby Kelly's initial MySpace page got taken down because it was Robert Kelly.
Mhm.
And R. Kelly was like, yo, that's my page.
Yeah.
And I was like,
It is.
wait, he met him. I thought he got it back to him.
One of my favorite bonfire episodes we ever had was when Bobby, before he was co-host, he was a guest.
Yeah.
He was guest hosting me up here one day, and it was right after the Surviving R. Kelly video came out. And they call him Robert Kelly all through the thing. So I took all the audio of that. And I'm like, Bobby, what do you have to say about these allegations against you? I'd make him keep going like, no, that's the singer Robert Kelly. I go, I don't know what you're talking about. And I just go, this woman here says that you kidnapped her daughter and took a dump on her chest.
How much more time do you think Bobby had in life? Because remember, you used to have that joke where he was like, I got 30 more summers. And you're like, oh, 30? 30? I remember saying that. I was like, Bobby, 30?
God bless him. Yeah, maybe something terrible could have happened, man.
He saved his life.
He saved his life for sure. It was so funny. He made me laugh so hard. Bobby's so funny, man. He, when he, right before he had got the surgery, right before he got it, me and Ari and him did 2 shows together. We did 2 theaters in Grand Rapids and somewhere else, Indianapolis or something. And we, in one of the green rooms, Bobby dropped a pen while he was sitting in a chair, and he bent over to like get the pen, and like he turned purple. He was so like, you know what I mean? Like it was just so much for him to bend over like that and reach. And me and Ari had a real conversation. Like when he was on stage, like, yo, somebody should talk to Bobby, not us though. And
wait, dude, talk to him.
Well, no one, but he got the surgery. And I think he'd already gotten the surgery by the way, he just didn't know because it was right when he got it.
Yeah.
And he didn't say anything right away. He wanted to make sure it worked first, which makes sense. But then when he lost the weight, he came in to the bonfire. When he first joined as a co-host, he walked in like in his first few days and goes, look at this picture I just came across of me today. And it's one of those, maybe that one or something.
Yeah.
And he goes, how did you guys not say anything to me?
Oh,
why did friends not say anything? And I go, well, I go, you see, Bobby, like I never looked at you as one of my contemporaries. Like you got to remember when I started, like you were one of the dogs already. Yeah. So it's like I looked up to you, and I figure it's kind of up to your contemporaries to tell you that. And when he just goes, oh, my contemporaries, you mean the people who let Todd Lynn die and Keith had 2 strokes and Colin had a heart attack and Patrice is dead? Yeah, I was like, yeah, okay. In that sense, I guess we should have said something. Yes.
I did a podcast with him one time, and he was like, I'm worried about you, and I was like, buddy. We're in the same boat. I don't know what we're like.
I'm worried about you.
Yeah, well, you're worried about me. I'm worried about you. Who's got the oar here? Like, what are we talking about?
Well, it's interesting because Bobby like was able to kick so many zillion years ago alcohol and all that stuff in his life. But food
I
became such a thing.
think you got to fix the thing inside yourself first. It's like for everyone that says, Lewis has a drinking problem or whatever. You're like, well, maybe he did at one point. But he's figured out the thing where he can hang out and achieve and get through the thing. The thing is the thing inside you. It's like, I remember talking to a dude who's sober. And I was like, hey man, how you doing? He's like, good, I haven't jacked off in 5 days. And I was like, okay, that's a new thing. Like, this is about you. This isn't about and so I always looked at like drinking problems and that is like, fix the thing inside you first. And then that'll fix the outside.
Well, the addictive thing, you're right, because you just throw it to something else.
Yeah,
that was like that brief time that I did CrossFit. I thought that was funny, like why that becomes cultish, they said, which I did was funny, not having any sense of that whatsoever, but watching it unfold on me. They would say that when I first started doing it, goes, it's like a cult CrossFit the way they get. And I was like, I don't know, man. Like I walk in and it's just an easy place. I can go to it. It's not that expensive. I go, and I can look on the wall and it says, do this workout. And we all start now. And then like I did it and then I went home, I didn't think, but I was like, but it was like, they were like barbecues together and they really started like all hanging together and stuff. And it's what it is. It's fucking meetings is all that is. It's because
it's 100% meetings.
I'm saying it's all it is because almost everybody in those classes were like, I did drug alcoholics. So the coaches were always like former alcoholic guys. It's like, they're just putting it into something else, which is much more positive for sure.
It's definitely more
but it's
positive.
Just like derivative of the same thing though. You know what I mean? It's like, chill out. Why do all your friends and everything in your life have to be about CrossFit?
Or why does everything have to be like, it's about...
fucking your graphic shirts that say, I'm in full ketosis. Like, what are you, a fucking jerk off? Who wears that, you asshole?
I think I have one of those. It is crazy though. It's like you got to put all your eggs in one basket where you're like, yo, I am fucking front squats, arms forward. Like, it is wild.
It is. It's also terrible for your body. That's what I found out.
Oh,
I said, because what they really do is they go, the first 15 minutes of it is them showing you and you having to go in the slowest possible way, perfect form, how to do everything completely perfect. And then they go, all right, now last one to do 100 of those is and then they start a clock.
I went through it today. We're trying to do front squats where, you hold the bar like this.
Sure.
And I couldn't do it when we did CrossFit, and they were like, just do it. Just put your hands like this. We'll put the bar there. And I just can't get it. I don't know why. It's my back or it's my arm. I don't know why, but I can't do the thing where you hold the bar like this. Mm-hmm. And my trainer today, I have a personal trainer. Today, he said, we'll get you to do it. And he did it. And he was like, it just doesn't work. Why not? And I was like, I don't fucking know. But I sat in a CrossFit class where they were like, stop pushing against us. And I was like, what are you, a dentist? Like, what? I'm not pushing against anyone. I can't get my arms to do that. And they were like, you're struggling and you're not allowing us to do it. I was like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. CrossFit is.
You just have a weird thing that you just can't do it?
Buddy, I think my trainer says it's my back, but like, I just can't get my arm to be like.
That low and underneath, yeah.
Where I hold a bar. And by the way,
they're mad at you.
By the way, I'm fucking 52. Who needs to do front squats?
Why is everybody? How have you reached such success and everybody's mad at you for being you? It doesn't make any sense. And that's what I'm saying. Okay. How do you get to a point and then people go, "Great, you got here." Now, I think I'd prefer you to be a different way. He goes, well, what? How is that possible?
Jay, I'm going to make that.
They're like, Bert, I'd like you to jump now into your political era, your highly political era. Like, why? That's not what anyone's ever liked about you.
I don't
want to hear your hot takes on the election.
I just had Kevin Nealon on my podcast. I love Kevin Nealon. I respect Kevin Nealon with the utmost. But he said to me, and it kind of fucked me up a little bit. He was like, so when are you going to grow out of this? I was like, well, the frat boy beer drinking, he's like, you're a good storyteller. You should focus on that. And I was sitting there going like, fuck, man. Like, what am I doing with my life? And then I was like, my special's coming out on Netflix. Like, how am I here? Why is it, Jay, that I hear people criticize me and it means something to me?
Whitney said something on Stern years ago that really hit me, and it made me change I didn't know Whitney very well at this point, but I did chalk her up to, in a lot of ways, I'm like, oh, she's like the LA version of like zipped by everybody, and she's probably not that good or whatever. And it didn't even matter if she was or wasn't, because of what she said on Howard Stern, I thought was so astute. She was like, because Howard was kind of asking her, it's like, this is new for you, you did the roast and everything's blah, 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 and things are going great. And she was like, yeah. She goes, and she was talking about back in LA, she goes, it was just crazy. Like one day, like I had these friends for like 3, so many years that were hanging out, and like, we're all splitting a tub of popcorn at the movies because we're broke as shit and we're this, and we all hang together every night and we're all grinding it out. And then I popped, and like those people are somehow now angry at me. And I was like, wow, I've done that with people almost. Like it's not even like an outward anger, but you're just kind of like, without even listening to their shit. You know what I mean? You go, all right, man, they're not even that good. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I had that doing that with like Kev, not like outwardly, but it's myself. It's like I'd see a Kev thing and I'd be like, versus watching it when I could watch any of it now and be like, no, Kev's a good comic. Like,
Kev's great.
He does a good job. Yeah, it's like he makes me laugh everything he does.
But then what are you supposed to do in my position where you hear your friends criticize you in a way? This is, by the way, my favorite podcast I've ever done.
But what friend is
like Ari?
What friend is attacking? But I mean, like, but
Ari or Joe?
Ari or Joe? Ari being Ari?
Joe said something one time.
Joe's in a bubble.
But Joe said to me, he goes, "You make everything about yourself." And I heard that, and I didn't understand it. So I was like, "Yeah, but I'm a storyteller." Like in my head, I was like, justified it, and I was like, "Well, I mean, I don't have. I'm not like a sniper comic where I just sit back and go like, kind of thing that chimes in. I can do that sometimes, but that's not my strength. I'm not like Theo, who can kind of drive his own narrative and make it fun for everyone. I'm not like Tom, who really genuinely, and I love Tom, but he doesn't care. If he doesn't talk, he doesn't talk. It doesn't bother him.
But I watched the Jaden Daniels thing, right?
Yeah.
And I saw it on like a thing like critiquing it, right? Like saying like,
fuck me.
No. Because listen to what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
The critique is, it's like, that's even not even funny or whatever they're saying, a thing that's happening, but like, it's not even what's happening. Like, for sure, like you did your thing. Now, that's not, I'm saying this coming from a perspective, like I wouldn't have handled it that way. I'm much more of a laid back. I'm not that I wouldn't have said something maybe I've definitely had like I say something too much, and then they're
Yeah.
like they don't like me at all, you know. But like you go and you make yourself like available to them, and like you by the end of that thing, like I think at first he didn't know what to make of you,
Yes.
and then he got it.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I think he really genuinely liked you. Do you know what I mean? Like it seemed like it didn't seem like he was like. And that's like a guy, like, I wouldn't be blown away next time you're like, you know, in fucking DC doing a show. Like, he'll come out on stage. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You have a good way
But I get so sensitive to the fact that like, people go, why the fuck? Bert's making this all about himself. Like, Joe said that, Ari said that, Tom said that. And those are my three of my closer friends. And then I was like, and then Ari said to me, he goes, you know, I'm just busting your balls. And I was like, well, yeah, but you're fucking with my head a little bit. Like, you're making me question how to talk to you. Like, I would never say to Joe, stop with the advice shit, dude. Like, I don't need it, you know? Like, I would never say that to him because I go, I welcome your advice.
But you don't need it.
I don't. Maybe I don't need it, but I welcome it. I welcome it.
But that's fine. You could welcome it and stuff like that. I remember the thing was like, you have a big crew and he has like a skeleton crew of his thing. Like, okay. But like, it's not fucking your bottom line up. I assume you have people in place that'll make sure you don't fucking spend money beyond your means. Do you know what I mean? My point of being in this all is like, we're different. Like, we have different personalities.
I want to be more like you.
But I also, there's things, listen, we see that thing all the time, man. Like you're whatever my body dysmorphia is, which I don't think is dysmorphic, like the opposite thing of that. It's one of my favorite stories I told on your roast, man, when they were like, hey, Jay's wasn't going to do like the Speedo oil wrestling. And you're like, we could do it in Jello. I'm like, it's not what we're wrestling in, Bert. It's that I don't want to wear a Speedo, dude. I can't do it. I'm like humiliated.
It's interesting because I really respect the fact that things don't bother you, that you don't get phased, that you're all about comedy.
But they do. But
the thing I love about you is that we're like 50-year-old men. I am 52, but like, and we're still doing this thing we started as kids, but it morphs into this thing where there's so many notes, there's so many things about it. Our friends have notes. And then it changes our personality, and you're like, how do I get back to the real thing?
The changes should be organic. Do you know what I mean? Like, I really, not that I won't say the craziest shit for humor sometimes, but like, edgelording is like, you know, I can kind of roll my eyes. You know what I mean? I've grown out of like some of that stuff. But I mean, I still say the most ridiculous shit on stage and dirty and whatever it is. But I'm just saying like, but you know, there's things that I would say before. Like, I have changed. Like, it was like, I believe I would say any word in the sake of funny if I believed to the fucking knuckles about the funny, but gratuitous shit doesn't really like excite me anymore. But like, that's natural growth. You don't have to like, I don't understand like if it works, like what the people are giving advice to fix it seems batshit to me.
Seems batshit.
You're not on a, and by the way, and you will, and you know that, there will be a downswing. But the downswing when you've hit arenas is theaters on your worst day. Till the end of your career.
The downswing's pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like they were like, you want to do an arena
your maintenance money and people's time that they usually have to retire for, whether it be health or just the job's up and they can't plumb or fucking do construction anymore. You can still run another 15 years past that time, and if whenever you want to, and if that time you want to go, I can make a couple $1 million a year doing 30 theaters this year. That's the when it falls apart. Do you know what I mean? You're not a rapist. You've never done anything that's coming back to fucking haunt you. Do you know what I mean? There's not the hidden thing of Bert fucking hailing Hitler that one time. It doesn't exist.
I do have his teacup.
Okay, but that's different though. That's history. It's history. I say it's always bummed me out every time I go, fucking Hitler, failed artist, they say. And then way too late in life, I go, well, do they have his art anywhere? And they put it up. He's a tremendous artist.
By the way, hold on.
Guy, say what you will.
Do not pull up Hitler's teacup. I don't need to see any of this fucking shit. By the way, this is how the internet works for me, where it's like the internet's bad news. Because I go, type in Bert, Kreischer, Hitler, and then there's like a whole fucking page of it.
Here's what I would say. Millions in Central Park.
I've said this to you. I've said this to other people. I said this to Thomas Lennon and Weird Al Yankovic. What would you rather have? For real? And now this is an investment for your children's future.
Sure.
One of Hitler's paintings or one of Monet's paintings? What do you think is going to be more valuable in 100 years?
Oh, Hitler.
It's got to be, right?
Yeah. Because people are going to realize with Monet that, like, art that we look to as being the most amazing, we give it all of its credit because it's pioneering. But there's just, I mean, I'll be honest with you.
Only
looking
a
at
couple
Monet.
artists killed 6 million Jews.
Yeah, well, very few. Very few had a fucking B-side with that many hits.
I'm going to pass out. I'm going to pass out. Oh.
Good. Yeah, when I look at Monet's, I'm like, and I'm going to be fucking real with you right now, and I am Philadelphia trash that if I wasn't doing comedy, probably should be, at best, managing a gas station. And I will say, I enjoy the paintings of Bob Ross far more than Monet.
Oh.
Far more.
Pull up.
Far more.
So that's Hitler.
It's in your price
That's Hitler's
range.
painting.
It's in your price range, dog.
That is $450,000 for a Hitler painting.
Don't think about yourself in this one. Think of the kids, dude.
Wait, for you, real, hang on. Hold on one second. You can buy Hitler's paintings for $450,000.
Think you have to go to Nuremberg to an auction?
Can you
Did
pull
Winston
up
Churchill
kill
6 million Jews?
Kincaid? Whose paintings are better, right? How great are these fucking paintings?
Those are good. That's what I mean.
It's like
This person is
$325.
this person is unobjectively a fucking better artist than Monet.
And Hitler, I would argue.
Yeah. Look at that sunrise coming through. Better than Hitler.
God. Leanne dated a guy that got her.
What's the guy's name? Thomas Kincaid. You heard it here first, and this should be the most important thing you've ever heard in your life. You're better than Hitler.
Are you getting ready to go on tour?
I'm never not on tour.
Can I tell you, like, I remember the first time I heard, can you name your tour?
Yeah.
And I got really bothered by it. And I go, it's called work.
I love the idea of it, naming a tour, but I'm like, when does it
When do you turn it over?
Like, when does it become like a different thing? Yeah,
Yeah,
I know you were like on the Tops Off World Tour for like a year and a half, but staggered. And then it would be like a different tour for a little bit. And then you'd have to jump off fully loaded to do a date of Tops Off World Tour.
And it was like, I never understood the concept of tour. I understand it now a little bit, where it's like, I remember the first tour I did, which was Body Shots. I remember Hot Summer Nights. Those were hot tours. Then it kind of like blended into a tour of like, I'm on the road.
Yeah.
And
so I started just like at the beginning of each year now, I just started like calling that year something else.
Really? What are you calling this year?
Big Jay Oakerson's Peter North American Tour coming on a city near you. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. It looks good on a shirt.
Oh, the picture's great. It's got to be online.
Can I see it?
It's got to be. Oh, they're going heavy on the special.
Wait, is a special online right now?
Well, when this comes out.
Wait, what is it? Oh, is this the special I watched?
The crowd work, double crowd
in
work.
In fucking Colorado?
Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
So first half out now, and the next one April 20th.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know, this is one of Leanne's favorite specials she's ever seen.
Oh, really? Oh, that means a lot.
Buddy.
There's the poster.
So this is your American tour.
Do you know
coming on a city near you?
What a fan of Peter North and his work I am today.
Who's Peter North, the porn star?
Yeah. Get it? You didn't get it.
No, I read it and I was like, wait, Peter North?
Yeah. Peter North, porn star. By the way, you know, the guy who does the humongous facial cum shots. The guy's got bottomless cum. That's the face.
Go back to Jay's tour dates. So wait, can I tell you, I just want to give subtle props to people that deserve props. Justin is one of my favorite human beings alive.
Edbrook.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. Justin Edbrook, your agent over at CAA, signed you how long ago?
It's been a long time now. It's been probably over a decade, 13 years. Maybe.
I would say 15 years, almost. Maybe, I'm guessing.
At least about 13, I'd say. I mean, he, you know, I always give Justin his props too. Our story is pretty great.
Tell the story. I want to, I have a bad rap over at CAA, and I want to give props to CAA because of Justin, and he is and I love him to death, and I've always loved him.
Yeah, dude, he's the best. Ari, again, Ari's like the guy, like as I said, the undercover mensch. That's what I call him. Like for all the evil,
shittiness,
all the evil and chaos, he just does things. He just goes above and beyond for
every now and then.
And
you need him. He's like chemotherapy.
Yeah. It's hurting you a little.
It hurts. It hurts. You're gonna piss blood, but every now and then you're like, hey man, one more time.
Yeah, he's amazing. So he calls me one day. He still lives here in LA, and he goes, "Hey man, you know, because I'd become friends with him. He'd come out to visit New York. Me and him kind of became quick friends." and smoking weed. And got along where he goes, and he just liked my comedy. And he was like, he goes, I'm trying to show my agent, because you need an agent. You have to be on the road. He's like, I'm trying to show him like stuff, but you have no internet presence at all whatsoever. And he goes, but I'm going to try. And he found something. I sent him a video or something. And he was like, he's like, all right. And then he goes, and then he said he wanted to talk to me. And he called me. The first time we talked on the phone, we talked for like we talked for like an hour and like almost 2 hours, I think.
Yeah.
About a bunch of shit. And it ended. It was the first time I ever got a call, because it was a time I was struggling, looking for like, I had no agent, no managers, really, you know. And he goes like, hey, listen, I really can't, like, I couldn't justify to my company signing you as a client, because like the most we're going to get is like $200 commissions from your $2,000 gigs. He was like, so he's like, but I think you're great, man. I love your stuff. He's like, I'm a fan. And he's like, and I got like a couple of people always said Robbie Praw, Molly from Punchline, were people who gave reviews for me. It's like to him, like they were like, yo, you should like, yeah, if you could work with him, work with him. He's the only person ever that said to me, I can't officially work with you, but when things come my way that work for you, I'll get them for you. And I ended up doing that's what got me on Shiprocked, which became like a pretty steady gig, doing like the heavy metal boat where I do the comedy on. He got me Bonnaroo, and he would just like throw me things. He would throw me things, and then one day he called me and he was like, kind of, let's make it official after like a year at least of doing it that way and getting me some real work.
I remember him pulling me aside. This is what you want in an agent. And I hope Justin hears this, because this is like the coolest shit ever. He pulled me aside. You're doing your Comedy Central special.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, we just shot Jay's Comedy Central special. I was like, yeah. And he was like, and he knows how I feel about you. And he was like, you want to see the intro? I was like, fuck yeah.
Oh, nice.
We were backstore at the comedy store. And he showed it to me. He was like, it was like, dude, he was watching this kid ride a bike. Like that's what you want out of an agent. Is like guys like him. He is legit one of the most solid guys I've in this business, without a doubt. What
I love about Justin, he's Hollywood as shit. Like me and him, the first time he picked me up, he goes, hey, got tickets to see 21 Pilots at the Greek, extra ticket if you want to roll tonight. I was like, sure. And then he picks me up like in a Maserati. I'm like, yo, dude, we are two fat like we're gonna, if you hit any speed bump, dude, we are going to bottom out your muffler. And then we went, I love it, dude. I love how Hollywood he is, but he's my guy. So when he takes the news, I picture like the feet up on the desk.
Yeah.
I feel like it's an old-fashioned headset that goes all the way around there. Yeah, and he's throwing
Jay Oakerson. Justin Edinburgh.
He's throwing balls into the fucking basketball. Yeah. He's like, Bud, great news. And he's telling some girl, he's like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Bud.
Bring the wings in.
Bud, great news. Yeah, he's the best. He took a chance on me like very early, man. So he is genuinely excited, like, because they know I wasn't somebody who jumped over to them. And then when he went to CAA, he didn't bring everybody with him. And
For real?
And he did bring me, yeah.
For real?
Yeah. I think he only brought me, Joey Diaz, and Ari.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I always liked his taste in comedy.
Maybe
like I always liked his taste.
Yeah, well, he said he took the chance on like I said he really would get like the unbookable fucking people. You know what I mean? Like that was my path was slow, because I said it's so funny. As long as it like happens to some degree, and like where I'm at, like, you know.
You said it to me one time.
I hope things get better.
You said, you go, you're good. And I remember hearing that and not thinking I was good and realizing I didn't know I was good. But like, what does good look like for you? Like, what
I have a real answer for that. Legitimately for me, like if I had to, and I don't mind with being all my irons in the fire. I like to be busy, but I do also cherish like some downtime, like to some degree. You know what I mean? And it's not really a vacations or anything like that. I mean, like literally those days, like, can I legitimately watch shitty TV and play fucking NBA 2K and Madden for like 3 hours? But the few people I've watched now, and you're one of them, but you're very approachable too. Not that these people aren't too, but Shane, I've been watching this happen to now. Sal, I've watched this happen to, like, and Kevin Hart, very much so. I don't want that responsibility. I don't want that responsibility to the world. Like I said, Kevin Hart walks out, and if he happens to be visiting someone in Kentucky, and he walks outside of a gas station. I mean, I watched this in Sacramento. The city shut down because we were outside for 5 seconds. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want that responsibility. I don't want to have to, there's got to be a security person when I go to a restaurant. And they got to put us in a room that isn't around anybody else because it's dangerous. And I have to have 2 guys watching I went to go have a drink with Kev one time in Montreal. And like, we were in a room that was just me, him, and Touré from Philly. And a security guard standing in front of each door, like, you know, each opening. I'm like, that's a lot of responsibility, man.
I watched it happen to Shane. I'd never seen it. I haven't seen Shane in like forever. I mean, I saw him.
I'm doing some of the arenas with him. It's wonderful, but it's like, I see it's taxing on him, man.
It's really quick.
It's a lot of fucking responsibility.
It's really quick for a guy. Like, it's nice to let it happen when you're 50 years old and it's happening and you're like, I've been waiting for it. Yeah. It's okay. But I mean, it's a lot to put on a dude who's like, what's Shane, 32?
Yeah. To me, it's a chore if somebody goes, Jay, great news. You're invited to the Heidi Klum Halloween party. I go, yeah, dude, no fucking chance.
The first time Bert did SNL, someone said on the bus, we were watching it, we were celebrating it, and they were like, would you do it? And I was like, yeah. And as soon as I said yeah, I immediately regretted it. And I was like, well, hold on. I wouldn't want to do it. Like, I have no interest in doing it.
Yeah.
But I'd have to do it because you have to do it. So if you got offered SNL, would you do it?
Now?
Right now.
To host it?
Yeah.
Or to be a...
host. That's a great 2-part question. If you got offered right now, $2,500 a week, which I think they pay their cast members.
Yeah.
I think it's $1,500 a week. And you get a cast regular for like 13 weeks, 26 weeks, whatever it is, and you're a cast member, would you take it?
No.
No. Okay. Pivot. You get offered to host 1 week this year, and you can pick the musical guest. Would you take it?
Yeah.
Really?
I would try. Sure.
You'd take a swing?
I would take a try. I mean, like, it would have to be all about why is this person no one's ever heard of here? For sure. But I would absolutely, I would take a shot. I'm also, again, I'm blindly, like, it's interesting when you get into comedy too, like the things you're told that other comedians' contemporaries don't like, and someone looks back on it. And that's what we have to worry about. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even this generation of young comics. It's 2 generations of young comics away that are going to look back on you and enjoy what you did as you came up to your thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's always a little late in the game.
This was a really great episode.
Oh, thank you, man.
I'm certain that everyone that hates my guts is going to watch every part of this episode. And I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys remember me when I'm dead.
Also, the dumb Howard Stern, well, not dumb, but it's just like, it's hackneyed thing now. But the people that love him listen an hour, and the people that hate him listen to 2 hours, and both because they want to like hear what they say. So like, some people they enjoy not liking you. Can I give you something positive? This is fun.
I love this.
One of them was recently critiquing Tom because he's going, you know what? I'm going to go Bert on this one because Tom's coming at him too hard. He goes, Bert's trying to be funny and telling stories and blah, blah, blah. So he went into him. He went the other direction with it.
Oh, thank God.
So just
too bad I own half of that podcast. And a vodka with him.
But isn't it better?
I need you to go positive on both of us.
Listen, I did an AMA the other day, and they said so many mean things about all of my co-hosts, and I hated that. But I hated it way less than if they said those terrible things about me.
God.
I'd rather defend my friends. I'd rather defend my stupid friends than fucking have people go, you suck, and they should be better without you.
Yeah. You know what? You're right. I'll carry Tom for the meantime.
There you go, dude. It doesn't matter.
I'll carry Tom.
Yeah.
I love you, Jay.
I love you too, buddy. Man. Thank you so much, man.
I love you to death, brother.
Please check out my special.
Oh, hold on. Jay's special is streaming right now on YouTube. It's called They, Them.
Them, they.
They, them.
And them, they.
Them, they.
And them is what's out right now. They is coming out in April.
Them's out right now.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now, if you can find 4 Jay Oakerson fans, they're in this house at all times. It's my daughters, Leanne and Rachel.
Oh.
My wife loves you.
Peter doesn't like my stuff?
Peter's not a fan. But I'm telling you right now, my wife loves you in a really special way. She got upset with me when I said something to you the other night when we were doing the Something's Burning.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking about not doing Fully Loaded. And you were like, and I was like, well, it's tough. No one promotes. And you were like, sweet, we're not doing it because of me. And I said, yeah, kind of. And then Leanne went, hang on, that's not true. Don't ever tell Jay that. We do it because of Jay. We do it because of Jay. The reason we do it is because we get Jay, we get Shane, we get Mark Norman, we get Nikki Glazer, we get all our people around. Don't ever say that to them. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And so I apologize for saying that to you casually. I was drunk.
I didn't think anything of it.
But we,
I think I was still dealing with Mark's fart.
God damn it. But Leanne.
I wish I thought farts were funnier.
Me too.
I wish I did. By the way, audibly and visually on film, maybe nothing funnier. I'll argue that you couldn't write a joke funnier than the funniest fart. There's something attached to farts that I don't want to be around them when you do it.
Have you seen Mark fart on David
Cross?
Cross?
Yeah. After we did the show, you guys were telling the story.
Oh my God.
But then I watched the actual thing, and David Cross did it. Got snippy.
He did not like it.
He did not enjoy it. But I have a feeling David Cross is not an awesome hang. I'm sure you're friends with him. I'm sorry I said that to cut it out.
No, he's great. He's great.
You don't want to be there for him and Hannah Gatsby's tea parties.
No, he's pretty regular. I think it's his. He's pretty regular.
Yeah,
he is. He's a comic.
He's a normal guy.
Yeah, I think yeah. I'm not gonna say anymore. Leanne, I'm telling you when I say this, my family's favorite comic is Big Jay Oakerson.
Oh,
well, you know that the girls love you. The girls feel like you're like an uncle. They love you to death. Isla dresses like you. I have a joke in my special about Isla being dressed like Big Jay Oakerson.
Nice.
I have that in my special.
Hell yeah.
Isla is. You and Isla have connected like fucking family. So please check out the Them special dropping February 20th and the They special dropping April 20th. I love you. I love you like a brother, man. And I'm
love you too, buddy.
I love this episode. And I hope they edit nothing out.
Yeah.
And if you hate me, I love you too.
Yeah, suck dick.
This episode was brought to you by The Machine.